yesterday at this time, I was giving you an update on a possible new puppy that we're keeping that we got from Kyle's father-in-law. It's a 6-week-old. It's called Golden Mountain Doodle. No. Yeah, that's what it's called. Beautiful dog that Kyle's father-in-law, what do you call it, adopted or whatever from it got in a situation, ended up getting too many dogs.
It was in a situation,
so,
for sure.
So we take it home because our shelter's full. And we've all fallen in love with the dog. My wife is on the fence with the dog. She's like kind of pimping it out to some of her friends, you know? And like Dutch, my youngest son, last night before bed, comes over. He's holding the dog in his hand. He goes, Dad, this is a once-in-a-lifetime dog. We need to keep this dog. And we have we have 5 dogs. 2 of them are very, very old. And Dutch is like, come on. Lego and Taco are on the way out. And he's like, and I'm like, hey, you sell your mom on it, because what's going to happen is your mom's the one that's going to be taking it out and taking care of it all the time. So you probably need to step up and start doing some of that stuff. He's like, yeah. Now I told you the dog, we were going to call it Roger, named after Kyle's father-in-law. I'm all in on Roger. I get home yesterday. Now his name is Don Pablo. and I mean, like, paperwork filed on him is now like at the vet, because he's got another round of shots and everything.
Yeah.
He's in the vet, and all the paperwork, he's named Don Pablo.
Where'd you get Don Pablo from?
Well, Dutch wanted to call him Pablo. I think from Kanye's album. He loves Kanye, right? Because it was like, I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my shoes. And then his friends came over and started playing with it, and they're in the middle of Narcos. And Narcos, there's a guy named Don Pablo. So they started calling the dog Don Pablo. And when I came home, Dutch said, hey, Don Pablo wants to. I go, Don Pablo? And now I can't stop saying Don Pablo.
That's going to stick.
So I feel like the dog's Don Pablo.
Don't you think that dog's going to just stay with your family? Like 100%, right? Like
I don't. I feel that way. And then my mother-in-law calls last night. And she's like, so I've got a couple of my friends have called about this Bernie Doodle you guys have. And Blake's like, well, who do you think wants it? And I'm like, whoa, hold on a second.
Yeah, see?
Hey, dude, this dog is just something else, man.
Whenever you put those phrases together, you end up keeping the dog.
I know.
Right.
It's just a real special dog. Plus, I like the story. You know what I mean? I like that it came from this.
Yeah.
Her father-in-law is so nice.
He's the best.
So nice.
And then Blake, when she went to go meet him to pick up the dog, she goes, he sounds just like Kyle's husband. He sounds just like Fish. I'm like, they kind of do sound alike.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I can see that,
Not the dog, his dad.
The dog sounds like Fish.
Okay.
The dog goes,
Okay.
the Jonas Brothers.
You were talking about the dog's bark sounded like...
That's why he's special.
So I was going to bed last night. I was getting ready for bed last night. And I watch a lot of Instagram stories with the volume down, right? Do you guys do that?
Of course.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah.
And I'm clicking through and I see Kyle. And I'm like, and it's dark outside. And she's like walking around. And I can see you talking. They got the camera on selfie mode. And I'm like, what is she doing? And I had to go backtrack and turn up the volume. And I was like, what? You were out and about late.
I know. Well, normally in our house, it's like strict lights out policy at 8 o'clock. Everyone is in bed. Everyone's all scrolled through the phones, everything by 8 o'clock. And last night I had to go to a chaperones meeting for the Girl Scout camping trip that's happening at the end of the season. And it started at 7:45.
That's crazy.
It started at 7:45 and it was 20 minutes away from my house. So I didn't get home till it was like 9:30 or something like that. I'm like, who starts a meeting at 7:45 p.m.?
Someone that doesn't care about other people in their sleep schedules. Are you doing okay this morning?
I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Don't talk to me this afternoon because the answer probably won't be the same.
We need to be on our best behaviors.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about your Girl Scout journey is like, I feel just from you telling the stories that you've become more of the Girl Scout than Addie.
Oh, 100%. She's been out like since probably the 3rd meeting this season. She's like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm like, we don't quit. We're going to finish this season.
Honor our commitment.
Yeah, we made a commitment to our troop. We're going to we're going to ride it out. And then when the season is over, then you can stop. But now it's like, now I have to take on more of the responsibilities. But I will say, I did learn last night that there will be horseback riding at camp.
Okay, cool.
And I guarantee you, Addie will then be very excited about it. So I'm excited that Shu will be finally like then I don't feel like I'm dragging her along.
Is Girl Scout camp like Boy Scout camp? Like, is it a place called Geronimo?
No,
Camp Geronimo?
I think they have several different camps. They have one at Parsons, they have one in Prescott, they have one in Payson. They've got them all over the state.
Yeah, like Camp Geronimo is like in Flagstaff, a little bit away from Flagstaff, or Payson, deep down in the middle of the woods, and it's the coolest thing ever. It's like a camp in the woods, and they have these tents already made up and stuff, and they have rivers and creeks. It's really cool, and they have them all over the country too. So
Well,
Boy
I know
Scouts-
what I did find out last night is the camp that we're going to is there's a few, I guess, cabins that don't have electricity.
Yeah, that's like Boy Scout stuff.
And I was like, I looked over at Martha, she's our troop leader, and I was like, so we're not going to have electricity? Like, are we going to have to go buy lanterns or like,
Yes.
whatever? And she's like, oh no, I didn't volunteer to be in those ones. We will be in one with electricity. And I was like, whoosh, because I am not a camper. Like, that's not
Okay,
my vibe.
So when you do go camping, when you do it, because you put your makeup on, everything when you're camping,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's like we have these similar, these parallel things because you have the makeup electricity situation, and I had the CPAP breathing
That's
machine
right.
situation
Yeah.
where I had to get like a generator one time.
I remember that.
when my machine didn't work, I was like, I need to hike back to civilization. Why? Because I'll die. My life is on the line in this Boy Scout camp.